Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati at one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready. Broncos have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense takes the field to start this game off. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Off play action.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're going to run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Dropping back. It's good. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So the Boise State Broncos offense will go to work for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. They'll run it. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 1st down here for the offense. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Handoff from the shotgun. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. They've been really good moving the chains on 3rd down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Fires into traffic, picked off. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Looking for a man. It's good. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Feeling some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Line getting set on second down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Broncos send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's good. Fires to the big fella. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Complete.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Bearcats decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. On second down, looking again to throw. He's got his man. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. On that play action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
It definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you can tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They'll try to pop the draw. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his big tight end. Stopped after making the catch. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He's going up top here late in the game. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Offense set on 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They feed him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Dropping back, it's good. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arkansas State was able to come away with a victory, but it's not the type of dominant win we've seen in Jonesboro over the years. It is a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Costa. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.